doing an electrical upgrade for SEPTA at the 69th Street station. We have to dig 2 boring pits, one on each side of the tracks. The tracks are about 120 feet wide. We got to go down about 18 feet, and we're going to take a 48-inch bore all the way underneath. As you can hear, the trains are driving by as we're going underneath the tracks. We're going to put electrical conduits in, about 25 4-inch electrical conduits. They're going to come up on both sides, and a new electrical substation is going to be over here with new concrete foundations.
Over in this area right here is the 69th Street terminal. Out here is Market Street. We had the substation right now exists on the south side of the tracks and is getting relocated to the north side of the tracks. In order to do that, we had to open up a pit on this side, on the north side, and one on the south side so we could tunnel underneath the tracks. So we started out by removing the blacktop on both sides of the tracks to open up for the pits. One is the pit right behind me is where we started. The pit's about 20 feet deep, 40 feet long, and we opened up this pit and then opened up the pit on the other side of the tracks. After that was done, we had to tunnel underneath the tracks. As we were tunneling, there was a steel casing installed, a 48-inch diameter steel casing that was installed along in conjunction with the hand tunneling underneath the tracks. We did run into some obstacles under there. There were some large boulders that had to be removed. There were also some utilities under the tracks which were not shown on any plans, and they were kind of viewed as an unforeseen condition since SEPTA did not know they were there, and obviously we did not know they were there. But the casing that we put under there is 100 feet long from one side of the track to the other, and it is then filled with 24 48-inch plastic conduits. All the conduits were installed in the casing, and at that point the voids around the conduit were filled in with a grout. So the casing is now complete. It's under the tracks, conduits are in, grout is filled. This was a unique project just because of the amount of conduits we had to bring underneath the tracks. It's all installed in one large 48-inch diameter casing, and there's 24 4-inch conduits that are underneath the tracks. So the tricky part was to continue this work in a safe manner without disrupting any of SEPTA's train schedules. We want to confirm that there was no additional utilities out there, any existing utilities that may have been in the way of our tunneling out on the job site. So back in the summer, we actually went out and had our crew go out there. They were track certified to go out there and do some hand digging between the tracks. Once the hand digging was complete, we had a better idea of what was going on underneath the tracks and could make a better plan on how we were going to tunnel underneath the tracks. Due to the different variations in grades out there from the south side to the north side, we had to be about 17 feet below the tracks to get underneath there. And the challenge was that these tracks were to be fully operational. There was no shutdown going to happen out there. So all the preliminary work had to be done to make sure that we could, in fact, do this and do it in a safe manner. The tracks it was 100 feet across from the north side to the south side. And we did that with 5 20-foot lengths of pipe to get underneath the tracks. This whole operation, once we got started, took about 2 weeks working around the clock. And while we were out there, we did encounter a few utilities that were not shown on any plans, and SEPTA was not aware of them. We had to confirm the utilities were no longer active. Two of the utilities were considered abandoned, and they were handled as such. The third one was still live, which we actually had to reroute a storm line so that the casing under the tracks could be properly installed.